ringing the doorbell. I guess my little dog got out, so it's been a crazy morning this morning. So y'all bear with me, amen. Amen. If any of y'all know church, y'all bear with me, amen. She's almost done, so we can officially ask all the questions. So I appreciate you guys definitely being patient with me, especially today, because you see I'm on daddy duty, and we gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I'm gonna wait till some of you guys come back in here. I appreciate you guys being patient and working with me today, because I definitely know it could be a lot going on. So I don't want to waste your guys' time on Saturday too. So I just definitely want to hop on here really quickly. I do this from time to time. I got a special guest today, so uh, she's a daddy's girl for sure. So like when she don't, nobody else can sometimes console her. So like she definitely likes being here. So definitely. So what happened earlier was my neighbors were calling me because I went to go carry out a package off my porch. But trying to move so quickly, my little dog got out and he was running around. So I was like, oh my God. So they were calling me to let me know that, oh, he was outside, then they rang the doorbell. There was a lot going on. So, but she's almost milk drunk. She's almost out for the count. Then we can go ahead and hop in and do what we normally do. If you're brand new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Click the bell to be notified. I'm always dropping heat. And if you're looking to try to go even deeper, especially going into the new year, I know people got New Year's resolutions, talking about they want to learn different crafts or do different things or whatever. And become a camper should be on your to-do list if you're not already a camper. I'm so excited about the group that we got in right now, just watching these people grow and the new students that we have. Like, you should definitely just take it. Like, if you're thinking about like, oh, I want to try before I buy, definitely check out kerryscamp.com, KerrysCamp.com. And I literally show you how to play like I play. I work with you. I have a roadmap that's going to definitely show you. If you want to learn embellishments, learn how to solo, learn how to play the chords, learn the chord voicings that I do. I got everything on there and so much more because I'm constantly adding to it. And I'm so passionate about it. Before, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, my passion was to be touring. Now my passion is to teach, and I've always been teaching, but like now I'm really pouring myself into it. So I'm excited. I'm all in. And yeah, like it's just that's the new joy. That's like the new like goal, the new touchdown, if you will, the new 3-pointer, if you will, the new slam dunk for me is teaching and watching other people grow in their craft and have the types of freedom that I do. Because there's nothing like it, being able to play that guitar the way that you want to, and other people to acknowledge the growth in your skill. That's been one of the things that I've definitely appreciated. Some people have DM'd me on Instagram talking about how the camp has helped them, or the tutorials on YouTube have helped them grow in their craft, so other people can start to recognize. There's nothing like that when you have other people starting to recognize your growth, especially in something that you love and you're passionate about. Because sometimes, like as a dreamer, as a guitarist or whatever, as a musician, sometimes people are like, oh man, that's just a hobby. Like, put that thing down. You ain't gonna really do it. And they kind of just like, they kind of crap on your gift. They kind of crap on your dreams. But so when you have those same people that may have done that, or people just not really, they've doubted you or whatever, to turn around and be like, we love the growth. We can see the growth in your playing. That's like none other. You know what I mean? That's like none other. So definitely going to 2021. If that's something you want to aspire to do, you want to go even deeper, you want to do even more in your craft and in your gift, you should definitely check out Kerry's Camp. KerrysCamp.com. If you love the stuff that we're doing here on YouTube, but you're like, you know what, man, I just want to get my hands even more submerged in it, Kerry's Camp is the place to go. That's the way to go. Are you finished, mama? Somebody's getting milk drunk up in here. So definitely want to go through. Says, okay, cool. Roadmap for individuals, or individualized. So how the roadmaps work are, they're structured if you're a beginner, if you fall into that category, if you're intermediate or an advanced. So it's just like, it's like a curriculum, if you will, like when you go to school, like you have personalized things, but then you also have general things. So if you're generally a beginner, this is the roadmap of where you should be at in 3 months, 6 to 9 months, and then so on. So this is how it's set up. So that way you can begin to see where you need, because a lot of guys are having trouble trying to figure out where to start or where they are. They don't know where to gauge. And that's what the roadmap is specifically set up for. Somebody said, handle yours, my God. Definitely. Loving the camp. The camp is fire. That's what it's all about. How do I know where I'm at? So that's a question. Are you a camper? That's first and foremost. But if you're not a camper, I would say like it's your general knowledge. It's not how many years you've been playing guitar. It's your general knowledge. You can be playing guitar for 7 years and still be considered a beginner, or you can be playing 2 years and still be more intermediate. There's just levels to it. You know what I mean? Tell them to stop playing around and get on board with the camp. Listen, Warren, I'm trying to let the folks know. Like, hopefully, you guys are reading the comments and understand how big and how important this is. Now is the time to jump in before like jump in now, like so that way like you can see yourself. I saw this thing today. It's like, the stuff that you invest in now, like the seeds that you plant now, a year from later, a year later, you can definitely see the growth. And that's what you're going to start to see. It's not going to take you a year if you really start to dedicate yourself. People are starting to see changes within the first 7 days, within the first couple months, because they're putting the time and attention. And the way that the courses are set up, we're showing you guys how to specifically play. We're giving you, like, I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh, you know what, y'all play that over there, I'm gonna play this, but y'all play that because da da da. I'm not trying to talk down. Like, I never talk down to any of the students. I'm really trying to empower, because that's the thing about growth. I want to see you guys listen. Like, me and my daughter, we want to sit here and watch Jimmy Kimmel one day and be like, yo, that's a camper, they on TV, they killing. That's where I'm at now in my career, in this phase of my walk in my career and my professional development. That's what I want to do. I want to give back. And giving back is to try to help empower as many people as I want to. Like, I want you guys to jump on the wagon so we can all be there at the top together. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at in this whole particular walk. So thank you for sharing your knowledge. That's what it's all about. Been playing for forever, but didn't think and learn how to be a musician 10-year rec. I mean, John, we all go through different situations. Sometimes it's about having somebody to really illuminate the path for you. And that's what I pride myself in doing. It's just illuminating the path. And that's one thing you'll understand when you become a camper. It's really more so about just I want to help you like have that aha moment so it all starts to click for you. You know what I'm saying? The 7-day trial sells itself. That's what I mean. Seriously, that's what it is. I need it. I need $600 so I can get an American professional. Yo, like I'm telling you, check out places like eBay. You never know. You may be able to find something for a little bit cheaper on eBay. You never know. It says, how do you get the roadmap in the camp? So if you're looking for the roadmap in the camp, all you need to do is just go to the search tab. Look in the search tab for the roadmap. That's all you need to do. Any opinions on HSH setups? I mean, I like them. I actually, I've got a company from Japan that is building me a guitar that is HSH setup. I used to have a 513 from PRS that was that same kind of setup. So I like them. They're niche guitars. They're built for certain specific things. So if you find one that fits right, that sounds good, I say go for it. You know what I mean? I'm 36. Is that too late to start for me? Never. I got students that are like 70, that are 60. No, 36 is not too late to start. What brand is that Strat guitar in your older videos? It depends. Is it black? Is it a black one? If it's a black one, then it's an LSL. That's the brand. That's the brand name. If it's blue with stickers on it, then it's a Fender. Yeah. So if it's the black Strat, then that's an LSL. It's called a Satakoi. It's a custom Satakoi. That's a custom for me that I had specifically made, and I had it fitted outsourced with Lambertone pickups. So it's the 2 triple sots, and then in the bridge I have a grinder. Normally I like the Crema, but I've got the Crema in my other HSS setup, so I wanted to try the other pickup out to see what it was like. And the grinder has a little bit more bite to it, you know what I mean? So most def. Ooh, somebody knocked out. Didn't even finish our bottle. I see how you do me, mama. Let's go back and it says, have you ever worked with Rob Funk's Debate? Yeah, I met Rob before when I was in Birmingham. Rob came to Birmingham. I think he was playing with Shaka Khan, and the band I was playing with like opened up for him. So I've never specifically worked with him, but we've connected. You know what I'm saying? To the point like I have his number, so if I wanted to reach out, I could definitely reach out. So, but it's again the importance of networking. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to put her down to see if we can finish. Oh, your daughter. So I appreciate it. Facebook Marketplace. Definitely. That's another great place to look for guitars and stuff. Do you think an American Pro is not worth it? For the, it's all about personal preference. I mean, I've never played American Pro. I mean, like, it's all about like how it feels, what it can do. Like, cause just because it says American Pro doesn't mean it's going to be a better guitar. I've seen Mexican Strats that sound better or feel better. You know what I mean? So it's all about essentially like how it makes you feel. You know what I mean? Loving the change of the pickups. Sweet. Yeah, definitely. Looking to change the pickups, then you should definitely look at Lambertones, Lambertone triple shots. I feel like those are the best pickups for a Strat, in my opinion. That's just, again, my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm a beginner and I'm at the stage where I feel like I'm not progressing. So if you're a beginner and you feel like you're not progressing, you definitely need to sign up at Kerry's camp. You need somebody that knows how to navigate the ruts. That's what you need. And so you can't get that on your own without anybody kind of showing you how to play, showing you what to do, showing you where it should be at. Did you play tens even on your, yeah, so I use tens on all my guitars, all my electric guitars. It doesn't matter. The only time I upgrade the gauge is when I'm playing acoustic that I use 11s. So we ain't friends. If you could just email me support at Kerry Too Smooth to ask that question, I would definitely, because I get so many like, people that send stuff on the lives. I just want to make sure I'm capturing everybody. So if you could send that to support at kerrytoosmooth.com, that would definitely be great. I'm gonna place you guys right here while I try to put her down real quick in this situation. Shh. Chill out. I just need you to chill for like 20 minutes. It says, I played a few Telecasters, da 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 da. And I think that American Pro feels really nice. Yeah, some with these different brands, that there is a lot of money that you have to pay for these different type of guitars. You could find something that probably feels as comparable that doesn't cost nearly as much. You know what I mean? And that's what I suggest first. I tell people all the time, like, you don't have to go out and spend all this money for like these high end guitars. You can find something that probably costs a fraction of the cost that sounds just as good or if not feels better. You know what I mean? So, Austin, Texas, congratulations on your baby girl. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, man. I appreciate that. What a blessing. I'm also a camper. Man, Ken, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. There's nothing that's better out there, man. Man, say it louder for the people in the back, Kent, so they know what's up. You know what I mean? So, for all my campers today, remember at 2 o'clock today, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have Nicholas Glue, and I'm keep trying to say his last name because it's so unique today. That's going to be on for the camp. It's going to be sharing, so that's super awesome. Who is your favorite guitarist of all times? Honestly, and this is not an arrogant tip, me. I'm my favorite guitarist. You should try eights on your guitar. Eights are too thin, William. Like, I break strings. I play really hard and aggressive. You've seen any of like my videos or whatever, you notice that I play hard and aggressive. So eights are too thin. But I've heard other people talk about eights, but eights are just too thin for me. I need something that's gonna be a little heavier so I can dig in a little bit. Hey, just signed up to the camp the other day. Already learning a lot. Thanks. That's what's up. That's what's up. Got a dirt cheap telly and it feels right. I'm telling you, man, if you guys really just start searching and start looking, you could find some gold out there. You don't have to spend all this amounts of money for like these high-end guitars. I'm not saying that they're not good, but sometimes you could find a diamond in the rough. You know what I mean? Can't turn my pinky into a bass. That's what's up. That's what's up. What time's supposed to? First of all, Bama's not losing today. We're playing today. I believe the game is at 8. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna beat the brakes off of Florida. Any drops for gospel campers coming soon? Jay, I've got plenty of material for gospel guitarists on the camp. I've been adding stuff. I've been adding even gospel like Christmas stuff. So if you're paying attention and you're looking inside of the camp, like you got to know, like I got a lot of stuff for gospel guitarists inside of the camp. Plenty of stuff. You know what I mean? Check out the gospel masterclass. Look at all the gospel courses I have in there. Like, so you definitely, there's more than enough stuff to keep you more than occupied. I show you guys the stuff like how to do quartet, how to do praise bumps, shout bumps. I got everything up in there. You know what I mean? So notice you guys are getting the cream de la creme. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Relax and love. Ooh, we're gonna have to fight. Have you ever done a tour of your guitar and amp on YouTube? Have I done a rig rundown? Yes, I've done that on YouTube. When I was out with Lettucey, I did that. And this is several years ago. What guitar do you recommend that have smaller necks? Like Tom Anderson has smaller necks. You can get the necks tapered. Same with PRS. You can get like tapered necks. I'm sure Fender probably has the same thing. You probably just have to search for the names to see what the actual names are. But each company probably has smaller necks. You know what I mean? Because everybody doesn't like a wide, fat neck. Now Gibsons, I don't know. Most of Gibsons are like kind of fatter necks, but it just is what it is. So. Sweet. Might be able to join Kerry's camp by next month too. Come on, Caleb. I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna be looking for your name and be like, yo, is Caleb in for the next month, the next 2 months? I'm gonna be looking for you. So love to have you be a part of the camp. I'm ready to see you grow in your craft and really hear your testimonies. You talk about how the camp is definitely helping you. So that's what I'm eager to see. Do you have a method of teaching someone who's too tense with their fingers? Of course. I mean, I've got everything you can think of. People who are tense, people who are nervous, people who never played. We got everything that's going to help you out. So definitely, we'll give you the sauce. PRS has a smaller neck, thin line. Yeah, definitely. You just each brand probably has something because they don't want to lose out on that market. You know what I mean? How do you feel about Carvel guitars? I've never played one, so I've never played one. Which guitar is producing music today inspires you? David, have you heard the stuff that I've done? Like, it's me. I'm no cap. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's me. Like, I put out a lot of amazing music with a lot of different artists. So I feel like I'm that person for myself. You know what I mean? Your opinion on a PRS CE worth the extra? Yeah, it's definitely C's are way better than SEs. So yeah, I would definitely it's worth the bread. You know what I'm saying? It's a step above, way like a step above. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up? Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Man, that's what it's all about. It's all about just gifting people the knowledge. I want to give you guys the tools, the keys to the Corvette or the, to the Ferrari, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? So you can play the way that you always wanted to play. Did you play a Gretsch guitar? I did in Guitar Center. There was a moment in my life several years ago that I thought about getting a Gretsch, but like I just never pulled the trigger. Respect the sauce. Definitely. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times people hit me up for the sauce. Like I probably have to do a session or two every week. There's almost too much content in Carrie's camp. Sifting through it all is going to take some time. That's the whole point, Star Child. I want to give you guys as much information, but you got to know what areas you want to focus in on. I can't tell you specifically unless you send me a video. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You're not strong in this area. You should focus in on this. I don't. Carrie's camp is not a site where you go there and you be like, oh man, it's only like 20 videos. That's it. Like, nah, I want you to be like, oh my God, bro, it's like so much stuff. Like, it's definitely worth the money because I know as a person, like a consumer, I don't want to go and pay for something and be like, yo, this is crap. Like, I want to make sure that whatever I'm paying for, I'm getting my money's worth. And that was really important to me. So the people that are in Carrie's camp right now can never say that like, oh man, it's just like it ain't enough in there or it ain't. That's not the case. So Definitely. Want to give you everything that you could think of. And if it's not in there, you could tell me and I'm going to work on it. That's the whole point. You know what I mean? I don't have any experience with G&L. I saw a guy at Guitar Center the other day that had one, but I've never really played one, so I don't have any experience. What guitar companies do you feel has the best bang for a buck in general? That's a tough question. You know, like just because some people may feel like guitars out of their price point. You know, I mean, every guitar company has something. I would just say you just got to look and see, and what your personal preference is. You know, because some people like humbuckers, some people like single coils. So you just got to see what's in your price point. Have you ever tried D'Angelico guitars? I'm endorsed with D'Angelico. If you ever get a chance to actually go to the showroom, you'll see this face with a blue wall behind him holding a black guitar. So yeah, I've played D'Angelicos for a long time. The 5 positions of the scale you are showing in the beginner section of Kerry's camp, are they the same as modes? So yeah, it's kind of like the same. So modes are just choosing different notes in the position of the scales. That's really all it is. Big love. Hope you come to Jerusalem. Man, I would love to come to Israel, bro. Just how can I hook up with Kerry's camp? So John, if you want to hook up with Kerry's camp, go to kerryscamp.com, KERRYSKAMP.com. I don't have any single coil guitars. I have a P90 and a humbucker, but no single coil guitars. That's why I want the Telly, because I love the neck. Sweet, that's what's up. If you ever had to choose between a Fender Princeton and Deluxe, Deluxe Reverb? It depends on, like, so am I doing a studio gig? Am I doing a live session? That will determine what amp I would want to use. You know what I mean? Hey, what would be a good pickup for recording a studio work? I want something that's very noiseless. Do you have a Strat? Like, what kind of guitar do you have? That would help determine. But you should also look at Lambertones. I think Lambertones covers all myriads of guitars. I have their P90 in my Jazzmaster. I have their humbuckers in my Les Paul. I've got their single coils in my Strats, all except for the one Strat that is white. I have those are Porter pickups. Thank you for your stuff. Appreciate it. Such an inspiration, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Definitely. I have a Fender Strat currently. So yeah, you should check out Lambertones. I think Lambertones would definitely set you right. I'm looking for a Guild guitar online. What do you think about those? I I personally have never played one. I mean, I'm more of a fan of. I mean, I started a relationship with Guild, and because everything's going with COVID, I never got a chance to. I was supposed to do something for them this year at NAMM, but I mean next year at NAMM, but NAMM's not happening. So I personally have never played their guitars, but they look super dope. You know what I mean? Do you care if a guitar is American made or not? No, not at all. Does it sound good? Does it feel good? That's my biggest question. I don't care about if it's American made or not. And I know that used to be a big thing, or that maybe still be a big thing for some people, but I don't know. I don't have a personal preference. Have you given an Epiphone a go? Yeah, I used to play Epiphones back in the day. I had an Epiphone Les Paul. I had an Epiphone like 335. It just wasn't really my feel and my vibe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've played them before. Um, I'm out of Piano/Dallas, Plano/Dallas, Texas. Which D'Angelico DC would you recommend? So I like the Shorelines. I think the Shorelines are really dope. Anything that has a Premiere on it is probably like a better made guitar. It sounds really good. But yeah, their XLs are cool. They're just not made as well as the Premiere guitars. The Premiere line. Thanks a lot. Look into it. Our noiseless single coil pickups with the tone loss. I've never used noiseless single coil. I think it's honestly most guitars now, like with these different kind of like companies, don't have noisy kind of hums on their stuff. So I think you should be fine. I think you'd be great. I think it was a concept like way back in, I don't know which particular time frame, but like I think it's just like overused. The fact that people want noiseless. Oh my God, you're tripping, girl. You're tripping. I need you to listen. No, no, no. I need you to be quiet. They don't want to hear from you right now. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh my gosh. You trying to be in the video chat too? Huh? You trying to be in the chat too? It needs to be an American for me. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. Like that's. Shh. I mean, I've heard that argument before. American mades don't necessarily mean it's the best kind of guitar. So I need people to really kind of lose that notion because Americans don't make the best kind of equipment. And then most of the stuff you think is probably American made is probably made or outsourced anyway. Shh. Jeez, girl. Come on, man. Come on. You're doing too much right now. Yeah. Cool, cool. All right, cool, cool. Cute. You ain't ready? I don't I don't know what that means. Ain't ready for what? Shh. You're fine, mama. Come on, you're good. Oh, roll tide, definitely. I used to be like that. I'm telling you, man, I used to be the same way. I used to think American mades were all, but then I started doing a lot more research and realized that a lot of these companies outsource their stuff because it's cheaper. American mades upscale the price for a whole bunch of stuff, and then the craftsmanship is not even worth it. You know what I mean? So like, why? Why would I pay $1,500, $2,000 for something that's really probably $800 or less? You know what I mean? It makes no sense just to be like, oh, my Strat is American, and it still doesn't sound or feel good. It just makes no sense. Noiseless pickups are what's on the Her Fender signature model. Cool, that's what's up. Do you have any amp modelers? No, I don't do anything with the fractal, so I don't have any amp modelers for the campers. I do have stuff for the Helix because that's what I use. So yeah, it's about how a guitar feels and sounds. Like I think that's the biggest thing. People get caught up, and I think I was that same way. So I'm not. There's no shade. I'm not talking down. I'm saying before I really understood what it was, I thought I was caught up. Is it American made? Whatever. Man, bro, that goes out the window. Like if it's does it feel good? Does it sound good? Can I get it for less? Can I make it sound? That's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? I have a 1-year-old, and as soon as she hears a guitar, it's a wrap. No more practicing for me. No, she's pretty cool. You know what I mean? She's pretty cool. Like I don't really have a problem just yet, but it's still early. You know what I mean? My amp is even hand wired, made from California by a guy I personally talked to. Sweet. If you want to hear a GNL, I have a few clips. Sweet. Yeah, just definitely. So what if you have those clips, just send them to my Instagram, at Kerry Too Smooth. Same handle as the YouTube. Just send them to me and I can check them out. What's your go-to guitar, Kerry? I don't have a necessarily go-to guitar. I have so many guitars, and it just depends on what the job is, right? So if I'm doing session work, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to go with my Les Paul because it's got a thicker, fuller sound. But I have Lambertone Crema pickups, which are kind of like almost single coil kind of sounding, so it's really cool. If I'm playing out live, depending on the session, depending on what the playlist is, it could be a Strat, it could be a Jazzmaster, it could be a Tele. I'm really versatile, you know what I mean? So you're a great guitarist. I appreciate it. What's good with the guitar giveaway in the camp? So next year, I'm looking for a lot of stuff. I'm going to be putting that out, so I'll let you guys know. But we're talking about some serious guitars. I'm not talking about some like $200 types of guitars. I'm talking about going to the companies like PRS. I might even reach out to companies like Sir, and really get some high-end guitars. But that means you guys got to work. So what I'm going to require from you guys is not going to be like, oh, just send me like a regular video. Like, nah, I'm going to need y'all to dig deep. Just like, I mean, because I'm not giving away something just for y'all just like clapping your hands, but I need y'all to work. I love y'all, but y'all got to work too. Kerry, have you checked out the Mesa Boogie Fillmore amps? Yeah, I've played Fillmores. I've done the Lone Star. I've done the Rectifiers. I've been to the Mesa Boogie like shop that was on Sunset when I used to live in LA. I used to go there all the time. Which do you prefer between the Strat Tele and the Les Paul? So sorry, it all depends. Like there's no preference. It just, the job determines what it is. So if I'm doing session work, depending on the record, now if it's a pop record, I'm probably going to go more telly vibes. But if it's like a deep R&B, I used to just use strats only in the beginning, but I started to realize when I listened back to the record, sometimes strats are too, you know exactly what it is, but they're also thin on the records. Sometimes I need that fuller kind of covering. So the coverage I like now later on in my like career, like doing the session work, I like to use Les Pauls. Can we take it back to Sunday morning? I mean, that's just a feel. That's like feel good music. I mean, it's feel good music. That's really what it is. Telecaster does everything. That's. I mean, for me, it doesn't. Like, I don't. I don't really too much. I like Telecasters for specific things, but it's not my go all be all kind of guitar. If I had to pick, if like somebody held a gun to my hand and be like, "Yo, pick," I'm probably going with a Jazzmaster. I mean, that's probably what I'm going to do, just because I feel like it covers way more ground than a Telecaster can do. You know what I mean? I'm a Kemper. A lot of good stuff. Thank you. Do you have anything on how to develop chord melodies? Yeah, if you go look in there and use the search tab, I have plenty of stuff on how to develop chord melodies. When are you going to see a Carry Too Smooth signature guitar? When it makes sense. Like, I've reached out to a couple different brands. The problem with having a signature model is the price point. I can get a signature model. That's nothing. But are people going to buy it at a price point of like $2,000, $1,800? That's the issue. You know what I mean? Not enough, and especially with like some companies, like it just doesn't make any sense. So right now, if it doesn't make sense to me financially, why would I put that task on everybody else? I'm really keen on that. So, I've talked to a lot of different brands, and we've partnered. We talked about what we want to do, but it's just the price point doesn't make any sense. Hendrix, go to your bed. Go, go. My dog's up here growling at the door, so we gotta do what we gotta do. A D'Angelico signature would be super dope. Yeah, but like I'm more than just a jazz box. So like D'Angelico, I feel it, but like I'm just more than a jazz box, and I don't want to kind of pigeonhole my sound just into a jazz box. What's more important, to be a better quality guitarist or a better? Um, for me, it's a guitar. I mean, any kind of amp, I can make an amp sound good, but if your amp is great and your guitar is crap, then it doesn't make any sense. So it's always guitar first. Yeah. So if have you ever seen my Jazzmaster with my P90s? Have you ever seen like it's an iconic, it's a blue guitar. I will put that guitar up against anybody, and I promise you, like we can go, chord for chord, we can go riff for riff, and I promise you, I will. That guitar stands up against itself. Like the guitar is like is a problem. So that guitar with the P90s that I got from Lambertones, I believe they're called the Risottos. Like that guitar is a problem. Like I have plenty of people that keep asking me like, "Yo, where's the guitar? Like, where'd you get that from?" Like it's got everything. You know what I mean? If I need to do a jazz gig, perfect. If I need to do a pop gig, perfect. If I need to do R&B gig, perfect. If I need to do a singer songwriter gig, perfect. It literally can cover everything. I really like Jazz Masters too. You think they're more versatile than a Telecaster? Hands down, yes. I have to think more about it. I was intimidated about Jazz Masters in the beginning. The last tour that I did with Count on the Day, I already had my strat, had my tones, had everything set up. This company reached out to me, Iconic Guitars, was like, "Yo, we want to gift you with a guitar for this next tour. Um, what do you want?" So I started looking through the catalog. I'm like, I've never had a Jazz Master before. So many years I've been intimidated by all the switches and everything. They sent me that guitar. Literally, after one practice, that guitar became the A guitar and my Strat became the B guitar. It did everything. It did everything. And the sound guys you talk about every night, like, "Yo, your tone is crazy. How are you getting that out of this guitar?" It covered way more real estate. So yeah, a huge fan for Jazz Masters. What kind of things do you cover on the camp, on the roadmap? We talk about everything, Caleb. We talk about like where you should be at every month. We talk about different things you should be doing. You should be learning these kind of features, especially if you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate, or if you're in advanced. It's just a roadmap. So like when you're looking at a rope, it's just like showing you benchmarks where you should be at in your playing, in your development. That's what it's all about. I think I might need to upgrade the Lambertone. Listen, I'm only going to tell you what I know is true. I played a lot of different pickups in my life. Lambertones, for the price and the sound and overall tone, you cannot. And to the point, I've said it so much that you have other popular guitarists that have gone on and got on board with Lambertones because they know what's up. Babyface's guitar player, you know what I'm saying? Katy Perry's guitar player. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? What's the most used pickup switch position on a Stratocaster? It depends. It depends on what you're playing. If you're playing like R&B, I think the neck position. Some people like the middle position. If you're playing like quartet, sometimes the second position. It all varies. Has the camp changed much since 2 years ago? Yeah, Phil, like it's from what you saw from 2 years ago, we've taken that and going way higher. So if you're thinking about joining, you should definitely join. 2 years ago, I wasn't the same person teaching. I've grown in my craft. I'm growing in the stuff that I'm able to do, able to showcase. Even Kerry's Corner, like some of those features weren't even, like a lot of the features that we had before 2 years ago we didn't have now. We didn't have access to a lot of the people and the relationships that we have with different guitarists. You know what I mean? I want to be able to improvise freely and do sick stuff with my guitar in general. Is that possible to learn when I buy your camp? Listen, have you ever seen me play? If you've ever seen me play everything that I play, I show how to do those things, how to improvise, how to come up with riffs, how to create your own licks, how to create your own solos, how to make it sing. When I say I'm not one of these people to be like, you know what, like I can play this level, but y'all play over there. I'm not that kind of person. I'm showing y'all how to play at the highest level. I'm giving you all the keys to the Corvette, to the Ferrari. I'm showing you that. You know what I'm saying? So the way I play is the way I'm teaching you how to play. What are you looking at when you evaluate a guitarist? I'm looking at tone. I'm listening to the playability. I'm thinking about the creativity that you can do. I'm looking at all aspects. Like, is your vibrato too much in your strings? Are you using the whammy bar too wrong? Is your guitar set up? Like, is your action too? I'm looking at everything. I'm like a coach that's watching game film on his players. That's how I am. That's how I evaluate. The student has become the master. I was a student like years ago. I wouldn't say that I'm a master, or maybe I could say that. I mean, you're mastering your own mind, but it's something that you're always working at. I'm always constantly getting better. Hey, Kerry, I'm loving studying. It says, hey, we just want to see the baby's face. If you want to see the baby's face, go on my Instagram. I promise you got a picture of her all over. She's asleep right now, so I'm not going to disturb her. But if you want to see her face, go to my Instagram, at Kerry2Smooth.com. I mean, not at .com, but at Kerry2Smooth. On Instagram, you'll see everything. Have you ever lost passion for playing guitar in your career? Yeah, when I was deployed to Iraq. I kind of lost the passion because I'm just like, man, it's just like it wasn't there because you're really trying to survive as a soldier. I was deployed to Iraq, and I was like, man, I don't feel like playing anymore. But then there was something that just I had an itch, you know what I mean? So I had to go back into it and just really just fall in love with guitar all over again. Do I learn theory in my way around the neck? As well in your course? Yes, you learn all of that stuff. You learn theory, you learn your way around the neck, you learn the notes on the guitar, you learn how to embellish, you learn how to build, you learn how to play, you learn strumming patterns, you learn how to play with time. You learn every question that you probably can come up with is covered in Kerry's camp. That's why people are saying so much. You heard, man, there's so much information in here. I want to give you the keys to the Ferrari, bro. I learned how to play guitar in Kuwait. Yeah, I did a showcase in Kuwait. I did a showcase in Doha. I mean, I played all over the places. Well, you say the number system videos you made really helped me. Oh, I will say that the number system videos that you made really helped me a lot with the chords. That's what it's all about. What kind of jazz master Would you suggest Fender or another brand? I would probably suggest another brand. What I have right now is an iconic Elegante. I just reached out to Tom Anderson and they are building a custom Jazzmaster kind of vibe for me. It's called a Raven. Now, if you haven't heard of it, you should probably look at tutorials on a Raven by Tom Anderson. That guitar is a beast. When I get this guitar, I'm telling you right now, I'm getting on somebody's stage to destroy it because that guitar is a monster. So check out the Tom Anderson Ravens. And it's a bit pricey because Tom Anderson is a boutique shop, but it is worth every freaking penny. So Fender is a household name. They just don't, their attention to detail has kind of gotten loose. You know what I mean? So it's just like the screws are loose on it. Everything they do is, it looks pretty, but it's just not as tight as it could possibly be. You would think that if you're gonna pay this much money for a guitar, it would be great. It's just not. What models of Eastman and Taylor's do you? So my Taylor acoustic is a 714. My Eastman, I believe, is a 464. Yes, the number system makes it easier to learn. It's having a system. If you don't have a system to learn how to play music, then you're going to be all over the place. Do you like the action low? I love low action. I cannot stand high action. You work twice as hard and your hands get tired. Caleb, yes, the stuff that's in Kerry's camp, because we have in the gospel masterclass, we have worship music in there. So if you know how to play, if you listen, if you go check out the gospel masterclass, you'll see. And we have some players that play with some of your prominent artists, like Travis Green's guitarist. We have one of the people that play at Rick Warren's church that does master classes. All that stuff is inside of Kerry's camp. All that stuff is inside the gospel masterclass. So you just got to check it out. If you haven't checked it out yet, if you're not a camper, you should become a camper. Check it out. I'm telling you, everything that you're asking me, and this is no cap, no lie for the old people, whatever you want to call it. Like, we got everything covered, bro. Like, I'm not just saying that. Literally, I've taken time and just really poured myself into it. I'm still pouring myself into it. I don't stop. You know what I'm saying? We constantly keep doing that. Favorite place that I've traveled so far? I would say Malta. Malta was like so dope. I enjoyed Malta. I enjoyed Ireland. Ireland was super dope. One of the places that I definitely want to go, that I was supposed to go, but COVID kind of switched that up. I want to go to Australia, and I definitely want to go to Japan. You have a favorite color for guitar? I used to be in this phase where I only like white guitars, but now it just depends. It depends on the guitar. I mean, some guitars I like to be green, some guitars I like to be that natural, like that kind of sunburst kind of finish. So it just all depends. What was the first genre of music you played? Gospel quartet. Do you care about what name is on the headstock? No, I don't. And that's why I have so many guitars by so many different brands. I told you I'm getting a guitar built by a company from Japan. Like, if the guitar sounds good and it feels good, and I don't care what the headstock says, I'll make it famous. I mean, I'm just that confident in my abilities. So the headstock name does not matter. I'm not looking for, it doesn't have to, if it's not a Gibson or a Fender, then I'm playing it. Nah, bro, it could be mom and pop's guitar. I don't care. Does it sound good? Does it feel good? We making that thing do what it do. You know what I mean? How much time per day do you think is perfect for practice time? So you do it at your own pace. That's why you can look at it on your phone. You can look at it on your tablet. Look at it on your laptop. Everybody's got busy schedule. We all got families. I mean, so it just is what it is. So you just got to apply the principles. The thing is, with Kerry's Camp, you can stop the videos. You can pause it. You can bookmark it. That's the great thing about Kerry's Camp. It is suitable for the working person. How do you increase accuracy? You start to slow it down, and then you pay attention to detail. Where you're messing up, you want to go put more attention to detail and make sure that you're not making the same mistakes. That's how you increase accuracy. How did you learn how to play guitar and how did you progress through the years? I learned how to play guitar at church. I think I learned 3 chords. And then if you grew up in like a storefront kind of church, you know that it's really just like shout music. So I sound like one of them old school, like guitar, ding, 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 ding. It was very basic. I wanted to do more. So I started to like, Nuncie's was like a music store way before Guitar Center in Birmingham. I used to go to Nuncie's and get like videos. Then when I was in high school, I started taking lessons for 3 years. Then when I joined the military, I started to just network and share ideas with so many people. And it was more like them showing me how to do it. Then I joined an R&B group when I got out of the military, and they hazed the crap out of me. They gave me so many records. They were like, that don't sound right. Play this, play this, play this. So I learned how to strengthen my ear, but I didn't know what I was doing. And then I got with guys who could show me specifically with keyboard players and organists at my church, this is the number system. These are the chords you're playing. Oh, you're playing a minor da 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 da. You're playing a major da 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 da. So I started to take all of that and write it down. So I've got years of stuff that I've been writing down that I like. I didn't know that I was going to start teaching in a capacity that I'm teaching. I was just writing down this information. And I always said to myself, once I get to a level that I feel more confident in myself, when I start playing for these major artists, because I always felt that I was going to do that. I'm going to give back. And that's where I'm at right now. I lived down the street from a storefront church. I thought it was the only one in the world. Man, nah, storefront churches are everywhere, bro. What would you suggest would be the proper way to learn to play guitar? Join Kerry's camp, and I can show you. What keeps you motivated through the skill levels of guitar? What keeps you motivated is watching other people grow in their craft, giving them the tools, and really watching them like being able to build their own repertoire when they play. Yo, dude, I bought your book. You're awesome. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. What do you think about switching pickups on the Squire Strat to? Yeah, if you got a Squire, bro, you should definitely switch out the pickups. I could care less about the year. Like, so just so you understand, Squires are like the most basic beginner level of Fenders. So it doesn't matter the year. You should definitely upgrade the pickups. Thanks for sharing. Man, I love you guys. Man, it's been great, but I got to go because I got to get ready for this live that we're having with the Camp Fam at 2 p.m. Today we have Nicholas Glue. Man, phenomenal guitarist. If you guys are on Instagram, if you guys know who the Donut Doctor is, you ever seen him play, you already know Nick is a beast. So he's going to be sharing today. So if you're thinking about becoming a camper, you could try it out. You could try it for 7 days. What other site do you know that you could test drive it for 7 days? And we got so much information in there, it's gonna blow your socks off. You know what I'm saying? So go to kerryscamp.com, KERRYS, KAMP.com, check it out. And like I said, if you're brand new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, click the bell to be notified because I'm gonna be hopping on here from time to time and sharing information with you guys. Love you guys. I gotta definitely put this girl down because my arm is falling asleep. Love you guys. You guys have a great one. And I will talk to you guys soon.